friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be diving into my July faves and fails. But this is going to be my Beachy Girl Basic Package Edition because everything in front of me that you can't see just yet, is all of my summer essentials. You guys asked and ye shall receive, because a lot of you have been asking me what I use for sunscreen, for a face protector, what am I using in my morning routines that I've been telling you about for skincare. And a lot of you may notice that my hair today is actually very crimpy, wavy, curly. I have invested in a little hair tool actually a while back, and I've only played with it a few times, but I'm really loving the summer wave that it gives, and some sunglasses, so many things that you guys have been asking for. So today I'm going to be listing all of these faves that I have been loving through July and pulling into August with me. Also, there is one piece of makeup in here. Just one for the whole month of July. That doesn't mean that's the only makeup that I used, but it's my one and only fail. So I'm for sure going to be telling you what that is in this video as well, but most of this is the stuff that I have truly been doing behind the scenes all this summer. So let's jump in. One of the first things that you guys saw on camera and something I'm pulling into my August month here is putting fruit into my water. That's just something I've always loved to do in the summertime, and I noticed some of you had commented on it when you saw my glass in a previous video. So yeah, this is something that I've loved to do, and I like making it fancy and putting it in like a nice big wine glass and just putting my cut up fruit in here. Right now it's just a lemon and a lime. The other day I had some cut up peaches and some watermelon. So it's just kind of just doing a little, my own personal fruit infused water. Cheers! My hair today is from something I purchased on Amazon, and yes, I'm going to be linking everything I possibly can below in my Amazon links for you. Be sure to check that out if you are interested, and some of the things that I'm going to tell you are on my Amazon. A lot of this too is also BoxyCharm stuff you get at the drugstore, the whole thing. Where to start? Where to start? Well, what did you guys ask for first? You guys did just see a declutter from me, so that kind of gives you a lot of makeup things that just weren't vibrating with me. So the other one thing that just isn't really my jam for the month of July, and I'm just going to talk about it really quickly so we can move on to all of these goodies, is the Wander Beauty Mile High Club Mascara. Now this is not bad, so if you love this, I totally can see why. The thing is, for me and my eyelashes, it tends to grab multiple pieces together and clump them, and I think it's to make my lashes look thicker and longer, but the way my eyelashes always seem to work, they go better when they're fluffy, and that still for me is my Essence Lash Princess mascaras. For me, that just always does the trick. It always makes my lashes look fluffy and beautiful and more natural. I think that this just may not be a more natural mascara, and that's okay. I mean, there's plenty of times where I've wanted something a little bit more false lash effect, and maybe that's what this is supposed to achieve. Just for me, it makes my eyelashes look way too clumpy for the way I like them. So this, for me, every time I tried to use it was a fail. I even tried pairing this with my Essence mascara, thinking that maybe I could combine the two and get the best of both worlds, but it really just made this whole side just clump together. So this is just not a fave for me this month, and that's okay. I'm gonna use it up and just be done with it, but that just wasn't jiving with me. So moving on to my morning skincare routine. That's something a lot of you guys have been asking me, what am I doing in the mornings? And I'm starting to introduce it into the evenings too. Other than washing my face and just doing a few pieces, I'm really kind of still figuring out a nighttime routine. But I'll tell you what I figured out so far. So I have been doing a normal face wash, kind of just anything that I have in my bathroom from BoxyCharm. But now something that I'm introducing to my face before I go into my skincare is this toner that I received. This is something that I did just get from a BoxyCharm, so if you missed that video, I'm going to be linking it above for you. And a little teaser for you for an upcoming Sunday video. Be prepared. I will be doing my quarterly BoxyCharm review very, very soon. After this, I'm gonna start collecting all of those pieces, and that's a big video, so be prepared. Back to this. I have been using this now since I received it in my BoxyCharm. I think was it my premium box maybe? This is the Byroe from New York Bitter Green Essence Toner. It had a crazy high dollar value, like $95 or something like that. And I really am trying to introduce toners into my skincare. So this is something that I am trying right now. I do this after I wash my face. I put on this toner, kind of let it live its life, because you know I like to let my skincare rest just a little bit before I go on to the next step. And then I go in with a serum. So that's really how I've been introducing this into my routine. And with a toner, you kind of got to give it a little bit of time, and this is newer to my collection, so stay tuned for an update on that in the future. But then I go into a serum, and a lot of you know that I have sworn by, recommended, even in my personal life, my girlfriends are buying this. This is my Peach and Lily Glass Refining Serum. I have loved this for a long time. However, you gotta try other stuff in the name of BoxyCharm reviews. You know it and I know it. So I've also been using a lot lately my Clean Skin Serum that I received that has vitamin C boosters in it. It is so good, and I've definitely noticed a difference with this. I used this for a couple of weeks, and now I'm also using the 111 Skin Serum. This is also a vitamin C booster. Vitamin C is so good for my skin. I definitely notice a difference when I use this or this. And since they both have similar claims, I was kind of interested to see, since they're both vitamin C boosting serums, what I thought about them. And this one I've only been using, I think, for a little over a week as of filming this. So I'm gonna just compare this in the future to this after I've had a little bit more time. But I am really enjoying a vitamin C serum in the morning after my toner, and these have been working great. The next thing that I do in my mornings that have been ultimate favorites for me is then going into a moisturizer. And yes, for the record, I'm going to state it outright. I am an oily skin girl who does her morning routine outside on the deck in the humid Florida weather. Huh? Yeah, I know. Bear with me, I'll fill you in. As an oily skin girl, you do still need moisturizers, and you do still need things to really keep your skin feeling young, taking care of it, doing the things. But if you've learned that it doesn't work for you, I get it. I'm just gonna tell you what has been working for me. Over the past, I don't know, 10 months or so, I have truly loved my IT Confidence in a Cream moisturizer, to the point that a lot of you guys know it's like at the bottom. Look at that. There's Jar Pan. That's Jar Pan right there. I really love this stuff, and once I realized it was getting so low, I was like, you know what? You're switching up your serums. After a couple of weeks, then I started switching over so this doesn't go bad, because this is a pricey, really good item too. Sunday Riley Tidal. This is like a brightening enzyme water cream. I am using this currently after my serums, and I am really enjoying how this applies to my skin and how it's really having my skin really look without makeup. Because for most of July, as a summery girl here that's working from home, I'm not going any places, I'm really having a bare face more often than not. So especially more than I did in the first half of the year, because even during COVID, and I've worked from home, I have for over 2 years now, I still like to have my morning rituals and routines where I get myself ready for the day no matter what. But for me, introducing the skincare before makeup has been such a big change for my skin that I'm going to continually do this for forever, hopefully. But right now in the summertime, I've been noticing that I'm just doing more of that skincare, maybe a little brow and maybe some mascara, but then I just kind of go about my day because I'm so pleased with how my skin is looking with nothing on it. And I do want to say this for the record, I have made an appointment to see a dermatologist very soon, because when I was still living in the Midwest about 2 years ago, I did go pretty regularly just for body checkups in general. So I do want to take a little quick note here to say I do have an appointment at the end of August to see a dermatologist. I had to get a new one. Last year was kind of completely taken over by my hysterectomy and recovery from that, as you can imagine. So this year I was kind of like, you know what, I've been wanting to make an appointment with a dermatologist. Now is the perfect time. I'm getting in at the end of this month to just kind of do a body check and make sure, because sun damage is a thing, skin cancer is a thing, and it does run in my family. So I always try to be preventative and mindful, just to be like, hey, let's just do a quick checkup. How does everything look? The whole 9 yards. So I'm really thinking that with the skincare, it's just gonna help me in the long term. On my easy breezy days where I pretty much know I'm just gonna be doing skincare and moving on about my day, I really like nice chapsticks. And I know that's kind of a weird thing to say here on a beauty channel. Maybe not. I don't know. I have a favorite chapstick. Can I tell you about it? Because it's a little childish, but I'm not even sorry. This is the cotton candy chapstick from literally the brand Chapstick. And to me, this is the best one. I have this weird love affair with cotton candy where it's like, I don't ever really have it much as an adult ever, but I love the smell of it. I feel like even a little bit of my favorite perfume has a little bit of that cotton candy scent to it, but it's not overly sickly sweet. It's just like a nice balance. I don't know, I'm weird. I love that chapstick. And at the beginning of the year, my husband went to, I think, a Walgreens and found them before the whole COVID thing started. Oh God, I haven't been to a Walgreens in forever. I haven't been inside one. I don't even know the last time. Total side tangent, sorry, but that just hit me. And he bought 3 of them for me because he knew how much I loved them. Now, knowing what I know, I would have wished he would have bought 10 because this is my last one, but I love it so much. The next runner up that I have been loving from Chapstick is Sweet Watermelon. I really like this one too. I think we got it again just at a Walgreens on a whim, and I love these two. We have a lot of chapsticks here at our house. Don't ask me why, but we have like a whole little area where we keep all of our loose chapsticks, and these two stay with me because I love them. And you know, lip protection's important too. So on the days that I'm not doing anything major with makeup or anything, I'm always pulling out a chapstick, and these are always in my purse too. Speaking of taking care of our skin, let's not forget how important sunscreen is. I live in Florida, so I always keep a couple of pieces in our cars. My husband and I both keep usually a banana sport spray that's at least a 15 or a 30 in our cars. This one here is a 30. And then I also have some Coppertone tanning non-greasy light formula. I have this in the 15 and the 30. These are both sprays. We mostly keep these in the car for convenience and in case we're out in the sun more than we expected that day, because that can happen. Sometimes you just get on a little road trip and you're like, okay, let's go from here to there. Oh, let's go run an errand here. The sun's beaming in on the shoulders. I'm gonna spray this down real quick. We do keep these in our cars since we moved to Florida, which has been super handy. But we also have the regular lotions that you put on your body as well, because I like applying those if I'm actually going to be laying out, and these two brands work great for that. The one that I wanted to talk though about for face, this is the one that I've been using this year since my hysterectomy last year because I do have sensitive skin. This is the Neutrogena Clear Face 55 for your sunscreen for your face. Okay, everybody was just laughing very recently about something that I genuinely do in my real life. So judge me all you want, this is the reality of it. Everybody remember a few weeks back, or maybe a week back, when everybody was laughing at Mark Zuckerberg for, I think he was surfing with a full face of sunscreen? I have absolutely been known to do that when I'm sitting out at the pool or at the beach or whatever, because I know my skin is so sensitive. Is it weird? Yes. Do some people say probably that it's gonna clog your pores or be bad for you or something? I'm sure that there is someone out there saying something like that. However, for me, and I know my body, I know what my skin is like, and I also know it's really adjusting and changing a lot, especially with last year. I can tell you, I have always been very mindful of my face and putting on probably too much sunscreen because my face has always burned. Now keep in mind, when you're doing serums, a lot of them will make your skin burn or be more sensitive to vitamin D and the sun. So always keep that in mind if you are using morning serums and things like that, or in the evening or whenever. Be sure you are wearing a sunscreen. When I was younger, like in my teens and probably, if I'm even being honest, early 20s, there was a few times I remember where I burnt so bad, my whole face was crazy red. That's a what not to do, kids. What not to do. And so now as a grown-ass woman, I am doing everything I can to prevent age spots, lines. My skin does tend to get more, what did my last dermatologist call it? I get more markings than most, because there's been a couple of times I've gone into a dermatologist and been like, what's this on my side? And I'm panicked thinking it's the worst. And they're like, okay, your skin tends to mark more than others. That's what this is. That's what that is. That's why I like having a dermatologist that I can check in with. So I'm so glad that I do have an appointment with one for the end of this month. But I have been known absolutely to slather on so much sunscreen on my face, and I'm not even sorry if I look weird. There's been a couple of times where Adam's been like, you know what you look like right now, right? You look like you don't know how to mush in your own sunscreen. Why? And I'm like, because I would rather be completely safe and look like the abominable snow woman than get a burn on my forehead, because my nose and my forehead are where my face loves to try to burn. Loves to. So this is the one that I have been using, and I've not had any breakouts from it. I used to use a lot the Faces one. What brand makes that? Let me look. I think it's the Banana Boat Sport Faces. That's the other one that I used a ton, probably the past few years. But this is the one that we picked up this year because it says it was breakout free, and it's from Neutrogena, which is also kind of known to be a little bit more balanced for the face, which I really appreciate since I am so sensitive. So this is the one that I have been using this year and loving it. And yeah, I always have a crazy high SPF for my face. I always have, I always will. Except for when I was in my 20s and late teens. That was just a dumb time for my face. It just was. In a lot of ways. My makeup then wasn't great either. Getting away from some of the skin stuff, I want to kind of jump into some hair things, because today I'm actually pretty happy that literally the only thing I did to my hair was about 20-ish minutes of this product. I don't know if you've seen these on Instagram or on Amazon. I kept seeing them a lot last year, and for my birthday I asked for this and Adam got it for me, and I think I tried it like once, and then I hadn't tried it again until more recently. This baby here is how I got all of this volume and wave to my hair right now, and it is super cute and super fun. When you first do it, it definitely has a lot more of the crinkle, like, do you guys remember, what were they called? Crimpers? It's like a crimper, but for more wave type looks. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot tighter then, but as it starts to loosen and fall, it gives you this nice wave to it. And these sunglasses I'm going to talk about here in a minute, so I left those in because it also helps hold back a lot of hair. Because if you don't know, I have a lot of hair, a lot of hair. So it helps keep everything back a bit. And I was really hoping, because in the summertime my curls tend to go frizzier. I've been really struggling with that, and I keep thinking in my videos, I'm like, my hair always looks a mess right now. And I was really dumb still trying to use a volumizing curl hold shampoo and conditioner when it's too humid for anything with volume. Just start using anti-frizz, Nicole. So that's what I've been doing. But I have been loving this look because it's a lot of fun and it's super easy compared to a curling iron in my mind. Because literally all you do is, it's got these waves to this. So first and foremost, it has a lock on it, so you can lock it or unlock it for storage, which is super handy. And then it's open. It has an on-off switch right here, and it has a gauge so you can go high or low depending on what kind of heat you want. I kind of went towards more like the middle heat. I think in the past when I've tried it before, I did high heat, so it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. And I pulled up my hair and I did underneath first, and you literally just, remember old style crimpers? It's just like that. Like, you literally clamp it down, wait, count to 7 or 10, and then move it down. And then keep doing that all over your head. I am pretty pleased with how this turned out. I did kind of rotate the ways I would do it, kind of like you would for those beachy waves with a curling iron, where you go one way and then on the next piece that's right next to it, you go the opposite way, the way you're winding it. So I did kind of flip this up and down so it wouldn't look too uniform, and it had more of a flow to it and was a little bit more natural looking. So that's what I did this morning with this, and it is so much fun. I really like it, and it was so much faster for me than doing a curling iron or anything. And since the humidity has been crazy high here, I'm just like, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. Why straighten your hair when it's going to get big anyway? So this has been a lot of fun to play with. The name of this product is the Bedhead Wave Artist, and I got this on Amazon. Well, my husband did. Technically, I put it in my Amazon wish list that I share with my husband, and he got it for me because he's a good husband like that. Something else that I recently got that happens to be in the same color scheme here is something called a wet brush. Have you guys heard of this? I had a colleague of mine a couple of years ago tell me about one of these, because I always told her as a curly haired girl, underneath I can get a lot of knots if I'm not careful, especially since my hair's wavy, curly, but with humidity and maybe we're not getting to the salon nearly as much as we used to. I was really worried about getting some more rat's nests underneath the back of my hair. That's what my grandma used to call them, rat's nests. I'm like, Grandma, it's a knot. The wet brush is supposed to be really good for getting out tangles, like getting the knots out, but not harming your hair. And I've had this for just a little bit now, and I'm really enjoying it. I haven't really looked into brushes in a really long time. I have been using my John Frieda London, like, just curl brush for so long. I hadn't even thought about switching up my hairbrush until I kept getting, not total tangles like I have in the past, like knots, but I wanted something that was gonna help my hair to hopefully be less frizzy, to not be as difficult to undo and brush out after I've been wearing it curly or wavy for at least over a week. So far, this has really been helping, and this is, I think, supposed to also be good for not harming your hair as much as like that pulling, because this is supposed to help you easily brush through your hair without yanking on the hair, which will pull the follicles and then harm your hair more. Looks like they have a lot of different options if you just look up wet brush. It seems like they have a full line of a lot of different styles maybe. This is the Paddle Detangler. It's a larger cushion and it's an award-winning bristle technology. And they're ultra soft, so this does not hurt you. It reduces hair breakage, avoids forced brushing. It's ultra soft bristles, and it's very universal for a lot of different hair types. These are heat flex bristles that are heat resistant to detangle while you blow dry, and the bristles glide through tangles with ease for less pain and hair breakage. So that's kind of what I was hoping for, because I feel like I'm getting a lot of like broken hair, and I have usually when I'm having to like after curly hair days and you're trying to get everything detangled. This is supposed to help a lot with that, and straight out of the shower too. So I've been really enjoying this so far. So I thought I would mention it to anybody else that might be looking for something like that. Or I really wish my mom or this technology was a thing when I was a child, because I had really long hair as a kid and I always got it tangled from running and playing and all the kids stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I'm sure would be great to have if you have kids with long hair now. So one of the last items that I have been using a lot through July and previously, maybe into June as well. I can't remember when we got these in actually, but I have been using this mask for when I go out, and I really like this mask, and a lot of you guys keep asking me about it. So it has a filter in there. Yes, it's a used filter because I am still using this today. This is a mask that fits over your ears. And it comes with these little filters that you put in, and they do have a style for children as well. And I know a lot of kids, and school is a kind of up in the air thing at the moment, but I know some people have been looking for masks for kids, and some of you guys have reached out to me on Instagram. When you've seen me kind of running around, I will be wearing this, and if I've taken a picture with it, a lot of you are like, what is that mask? I'm trying to find something just like that. That is so cute. Tell me more. So this mask is from GIR, G-I-R, and they do have kids masks, which you can get a variety of colors in. These are super duper easy to clean. I just literally wipe it out and you can get all the makeup or face residue off of it. It does come with some inserts for the filters, and I might actually get another one of these, one for in the house, because we keep these in the car a lot. The one thing I can say about these masks though is I have a hard time getting it to stick down. So think of it a little bit kind of like panty liner as far as like the sticker part goes on the back of these filters. So what my husband and I got was a little bit more thicker industrial two-sided tape. That has worked a little bit better to keep these together. So that's kind of a con to it. Be prepared if you do want one of these masks. So this is the mask that a lot of you have been asking about. I will link it below so you can check that out if you're interested. And one of the last things is these sunglasses. I got these on Amazon and I am loving them. I think they are so fun, and honestly these are what I had in my picture for my 4th of July photo that was just sitting out there on my deck. They are so comfortable, and what I like about these is they can come in a variety of colors. I think they came in like a tortoise, a black, and maybe like a blue or something like that. I really wanted the white to contrast my darker hair. And in the summer, I like to have a little bit of a color and pops of color here with like reds and maybe a blue. So that way these just like pop a little bit more. So these are also in my Amazon links below. I'm really enjoying these. I've had these since the beginning of July, and they've kind of replaced all of my other even nicer quality sunglasses, because what I enjoy about these is that they're not super heavy, because heavy sunglasses, yeah, they're bougier and nicer and they'll probably last longer, but then they also F up the makeup you are wearing. So what I like about these is they're so light. I feel like they don't put those nose creases on there nearly as much, and I feel like they are just so much lighter, and I don't feel bad if something happens to them because they're just like a fun summer accessory. Do you know what I mean? So these are going to be in my Amazon links below too for you. Guys, this was so much fun to kind of just go through all of the things that I am loving this summer for the basic girl package. You know, it's just kind of like the skincare, the sunscreen, the hair tools, the sunglasses, the fun stuff. Oh, and I was also going to be talking about these bangles really quickly for some lifestyle things. As far as most of the jewelry goes that I wear, some of it is just stuff that I get really inexpensively at like either a Bell's or a Ross, whatever it is that's kind of local to you. I'm not a big like believer in getting too many expensive pieces unless you really, really love them. And there's a couple of pieces that I did find that were a little bit pricier, but they have a lot of sales from what I can tell. And it is some of these more gemstone pieces here. I got these from a brand called Kinsley Armel, I think is how you pronounce it. Like, these are stones here, and this is a beautiful stone right here that is on this bracelet. And the other pieces that I had next to them were just literally things that I got from like Bell's and Ross and stuff like that. So it just kind of like complements them nicely. These are a little bit pricier, I cannot lie. They are, but they're really nice quality. And what I appreciated about this brand is I actually got this bracelet twice, because my first experience with this brand was as I was loving the natural stones and like the look of their jewelry. I thought they were stunning. But I received, when I did order 2 pieces, this one here came practically broken. So I have another one here, as you can see, but this is the first one I received, and it came with these pieces totally coming apart, and I got it on a weekend. So when I tried to reach out to their customer service, I was kind of bummed that they were like, we're not open till Monday, but then you could try the chat. So I was like, dang it. Well, I don't want to talk about this on my channel till I know how they handle this situation. So on Monday, I reached out to their chat and was like, hey, I just received my order. I was so excited for it, but I got this beautiful bracelet kind of broken. It looks like the band maybe snapped or something, and it is kind of all over it. But otherwise, the stones are beautiful, but you could definitely see how the fabric was kind of seeping out from this. So they said, can you just shoot me a quick picture? I literally took a picture on my cell phone, sent it to her, and she was like, understood, I'll get this replaced for you, and it'll be shipping today. And I was like, really? I was expecting her to make me have to go through this whole process of figuring out how to return this, or kind of going through whatever, you know, procedures they make you do when you're doing returns. And they just made it super easy, super fast. Within, I think the company's based out of Texas. So within like 4 or 5 days or something, I had this one as a replacement, and I've been wearing them now for a couple of weeks, and I'm really, really enjoying them. They have a little bangle with their brand name on it. I really loved this one because it's got this beautiful like stone crystallized look to it. I just think that these are so stunning together or separate, and you can mix and match them with, like I said, really inexpensive bangles too, or bracelets, whatever you want to call them. So I thought that was a fun little lifestyle piece that I would share with you, and I'll link them below. That's not an affiliate or anything, that's just me to you. And now on to one of my favorite parts of the month, my shout outs. I love shouting you guys out every single month because you guys are one of my favorite parts of the month. Thank you guys so much for being so awesome about not making me feel too bad about having to go down to once a week for uploads, because even though you guys don't see me all week long, well, you usually see me at least twice a week, but now you're seeing me once a week, so I'm still here. Don't forget to be subscribed and click that bell so you don't miss on my Sunday uploads, because it looks like Sundays are really where you guys are really jiving with it, and it's working well for my work schedule with my day day job and allowing me time to really improve the quality. And I've been working with this Rode mic and this new camera now for at least I think 3 videos, and I'm hoping you guys are seeing the quality improving here on my channel. I'm hoping the audio is even getting a little bit better. Sorry that there's still a lot of outside noise because the world is crazy right now, but I'm hoping that's going to help limit some of those things. So I'm just so grateful to all of you for not making me feel bad and still showing up every time I post my videos, because it means so much to me. I'm going to be taking some time off of my day job in the future just to be able to really like get into this new editing software, because I really think that's going to up my level even more, but I know it's going to require a ton of my undivided focus. So I'm really excited to have a little, what am I calling it? Like a learning vacation where I'm not going anywhere anyway. I may as well take the time to invest here into my channel because you guys have my heart and I love you guys so much. So the first shout out I'm going to be doing is for Miss Patrice Wolf. You are so sweet, girl. You were commenting on one of my last videos. You're so kind and loving. Thank you so much for your support. I could not do this without you guys, obviously. I really appreciate when you guys notice that I do things a little differently than maybe the mainstream on this platform, because there's a lot out there that you could be watching. So the fact that you not only come to watch my channel, but then mention how unique the little vibe that we have going here is, the community and the content I put out, it means so much. Thank you, girl. Kendra Maxfield, you were just recently on one of my declutter videos and you left me this really long, sweet message about where I could also gift makeup that maybe if I couldn't find someone, I thought I would share that here with you guys. She said you can donate to Project Beauty Share. It is a nonprofit that takes gently used powder products. So that is super good to know, and I really appreciate you guys helping me out to help others out. So I wanted to share that information back out there with the rest of you if you're looking for something, because I've even got my own private girlfriends that I've grew up with that I'm sending makeup to, and she was like, I don't know who to send this and this and this to. So now I can even relate that out to them too. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate the love. I truly, truly do. Mwah! You're the best. And thank you guys so much for coming on this little journey with me and wanting to know what my faves and fails are for previous months. I still love these videos and love watching them. So I always get my heart happy when I see you guys enjoying these types of videos too. Leave me a thumbs up on this video if you definitely want me to keep doing faves and fails every month. I still every now and again try to do check-ins with that to know, how do you guys feel about faves and fails? Do you still love them? Are they still helpful for you? I love hearing that from you guys, and it kind of gives me a little time to give you more behind the scenes on how my month has gone too, with stuff like skincare, sunscreen, all those good things. And jewelry. Who doesn't love a little bit of extra accessories in the life? Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends! I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you just don't miss out on all of these fun, loud, weird, unique videos that I do every single week. Bye friends!